Ever notice the clock? Like maybe it's 11:11 and you see 3 days in a row. Or perhaps you've had that really peculiar sensation, that sudden uncanny shift, where reality just seems to sort of wink at you, makes you stop and think, wait, did that really just happen? What if maybe all these little glitches we experience aren't just random accidents at all? What if they're profound clues? Maybe even, dream clues, prompting us to notice something really significant. Today, we're taking a deep dive into exactly that. Those precise, meaningful coincidences, synchronicities as they're often called, and the strange glitches that could ripple through our waking reality. Our mission here is to explore what these phenomena might truly mean, how they connect often really intimately with our dreams, our awareness, and maybe what they're inviting you to see about, the fabric of existence itself.
Yeah, and it's pretty well established that for someone who's really on a journey of self-discovery, like the character Philip Ashling in our source material, when reality starts glitching, it's usually far more than just a coincidence. It's often a powerful signal, a kind of marker, maybe, that something significant is about to unfold, or that a deeper layer of understanding is sort of beckoning. We'll unpack these phenomena and hopefully show you how to see them not as errors, but as, profound invitations.
Okay, so let's unpack that. What are these glitches, really? Advanced practitioners, those who've really looked into this, they've discovered these aren't just one-off strange things happening. Take mass synchronicities, for instance. These are meaningful coincidences that just feel, too precise, too resonant to be simply random. They seem to have this collective feel impacting lots of people at once, way beyond just chance.
That's a really crucial distinction. Yeah, we're not just talking about purely individual experiences here. This includes collective synchronicities, times when whole groups of people notice reality kind of lining up in these uncanny ways. Think about the Mandela effect phenomenon. That's a big one. It's this widespread experience where huge numbers of people distinctly remember something, a fact, an event, even like the spelling of a cartoon bear's name, right? Or a famous movie quote. They remember it one way, only to find out it's always, demonstrably, been another way. It's like a collective glitch in memory. Or maybe perception. It's fascinating. Or you get these widespread cultural déjà vu moments, where a feeling of having seen or lived something before just sweeps across a community, almost like, a whole timeline is repeating itself briefly.
Right, those glitches in the matrix, it's a perfect phrase for it, really. Popularized by the movie and social media. And they show up in various ways, often quite subtle things that just make you do a double take. Like maybe seeing the exact same stranger, someone you don't know, in two totally different places, really close together in time, places that are completely unrelated. It feels way beyond statistical probability, Or perhaps you've had that thing where an object you just put down suddenly moves or vanishes for a second, only to reappear moments later, right there in plain sight. And then there are those déjà vu moments that feel deeper, less like a fleeting memory, more like a little snippet of your timeline actually repeating, like you're replaying a scene, but with this intense sense of familiarity. You probably experienced some of these yourself. Those moments where reality seems to ripple a bit, leaves you with a sense of wonder or maybe just mild disorientation. These aren't random. They feel like critical signposts.
And what's really fascinating here, I think, is that those who've delved deep into this stuff, they understand these glitches aren't necessarily errors in the system, not bugs. Instead, they often represent something profound, an invitation, maybe, to see reality in a different light. Some interpretations suggest these are moments where the underlying nature of consciousness, or, the interconnectedness of everything, just becomes briefly visible. It's almost like the universe is nudging you, saying, hey, look here, drawing your attention to a deeper story playing out.
Absolutely. And this links directly to dreams, doesn't it? Experienced dream masters. They understand that dreams often replay subtle signs, symbols, maybe even whole sequences, sometimes before we even notice them when we're awake. They can act as precognitions or just deep insights, offering us a preview or a kind of understanding of what's unfolding around us, often way before our conscious mind catches up. It's not just random images floating around. Dreams can contain highly structured, meaningful information. It's like a language we sometimes need to learn to decode.
Right. Think about it. How many times have you woken up with a really vivid dream image, only to encounter that exact symbol or maybe a similar scenario later that day, or maybe a few days later? It's those moments that really blur the lines between our inner world and, outer reality. It suggests our subconscious mind through dreams might be processing, maybe even anticipating experiences our conscious mind hasn't registered yet.
For a really compelling example of these reality shifts, let's bring in Philip Ashling again from our source material. His initial experiences are kind of a perfect anchor for understanding how these glitches can escalate and really demand your attention. Take his birthday dream sequence. That already stretches logic, right? Ordinary perception goes out the window. I mean, imagine seeing fish ponds appearing in windows where they just shouldn't be, or walking down an endless hallway, totally defying how buildings work. These weren't just random surreal bits. These glitches were critical, personalized signposts for him. They felt specifically designed to wake him up to a deeper, much more flexible reality. His first lucid dream, for example, that wasn't just random imagery either. It was a highly structured experience, consciously guiding him towards greater awareness. It really shows that deep connection between the dream state and waking life.
Exactly. And what's really striking about Philip's journey is how these seemingly impossible dream elements, they directly mirrored things that later showed up as glitches in his waking life. It really reinforces that idea that the dream state can be like a preparatory ground, like a sort of psychic rehearsal space for what reality plans to present. It's a powerful sign that the boundaries between our inner and outer worlds are way more permeable than we usually think.
Okay, so if dreams can preview glitches, and glitches are these signposts, then we have to ask, right, are these things just warnings? Or are they something more like profound invitations? It feels like a crucial distinction, because how we interpret them could totally change our experience.
It absolutely does raise that important question, and it's a core insight for those who've, mastered navigating these phenomena. They know that when patterns repeat, or reality seems to falter for a moment, it's not just a coincidence. It's not even just a warning sign to avoid something. Often it's an invitation to ask, what part of me is seeking recognition here? What underlying belief or maybe unconscious pattern is being brought to the surface by this? It prompts self-reflection, deeper inquiry.
That really brings in that piece of wisdom, doesn't it? From the Oracle in Book 1. She wisely noted, "You must learn to control your dreams lest they control you." Some feels like it's about more than just avoiding nightmares, right? It seems like a deeper message about harnessing that powerful connection between your inner world and your outer reality, about being an active participant in reading these signs instead of just getting swept along by them passively.
Precisely. It suggests that synchronicities and these reality glitches, they can go one of two ways. They can gently wake you up to new levels of awareness, new potentials, or they could inadvertently sweep you into chasing illusions, distracting you from what really matters. Philip Ashling's journey, again, illustrates this delicate balance so well. The need to learn to notice the signs without getting totally lost in the chase for external proof, or getting sidetracked by every little strange thing. Synchronicity in this light isn't some kind of measurable proof of an outside force. It's more like a personalized prompt. What you choose to do with it, how you engage with that prompt, that matters profoundly. It's well established, really, that a glitch in reality might not be an error at all. It might just be an invitation to see the deeper underlying weave of existence itself. An opportunity, perhaps, to recognize the profound consciousness that seems to animate the world around us.
The implication there is just fascinating, isn't it? If reality is more flexible, more conscious than we normally perceive, then these glitches could just be the universe's way of communicating directly with you, like a personalized message, often designed to nudge you towards growth, insight, or a shift in perspective. Think of it like the curtain is pulled back for just a second, giving you a glimpse behind the ordinary scene. It's an invitation to engage with the world differently, maybe more profoundly, to question the limits you might have set on what's possible.
Yeah, for instance, if you keep encountering the same, maybe unusual animal, or you hear the same obscure song playing unexpectedly in totally different places, it's really worth pausing then. Instead of just dismissing it as random chance, ask yourself, what does this symbol mean to me right now? What's the personal association here? Is there an unspoken question inside? Or an unacknowledged truth, maybe, that this external glitch is mirroring or amplifying? It's about trying to develop a dialogue with these moments rather than just being a passive observer.
So, okay, what does all this mean for you? Listening right now. We really encourage you to start actively noticing, maybe even jotting down your own glitches in a journal. Pay close attention to those moments that feel just a little bit off, a little too coincidental, or carry that unusual sense of resonance. What synchronicity keeps popping up in your life lately? Is it a repeating number sequence? On clocks, license plates, receipts, a certain phrase you keep hearing over and over in unrelated conversations? Or maybe running into the same person unexpectedly in wildly different contexts.
And remember, the idea is that glitches aren't errors in the system. They're profound prompts to awaken. They're signals, potentially designed to grab your attention, urging you to look deeper, to question your assumptions about how reality works, and to connect with those subtle, meaningful patterns that are always there, just under the surface of everyday life.
Just like Philip Ashling's fish pond windows, were his first really undeniable reality glitch moment. Strange, impossible, but deeply meaningful for his awakening journey. These synchronicities might just be the fish pond windows appearing in your own life. They're powerful, personalized reminders that reality is likely far more flexible, more conscious, and more intricately connected to your own awareness than we often give it credit for. It's really an invitation to step into a richer, more meaningful dialogue with the world around you. So we definitely invite you to share your own uncanny synchronicity stories, or maybe dream symbols that have repeated in your waking life. Please share them in the comments. We'd love to hear them. And if this deep dive sparked something for you, please do follow, like, and maybe leave a review for our deep dive. And of course, share this with someone you know who keeps noticing those glitches in their own life, so they can join us on this journey of discovery too.